Right, hello. Today we're going to be learning the beautiful air on a G string by Johann Sebastian Bach. Now, Bach had not intended this piece to be called air on a G string at all. The story goes that approximately 150 years after his death, a German violinist had transposed the piece for violin and organ down to C from D major, and that meant that the violinist therefore could play the whole tune just on one string, and of course that would be the G string. And since then it's become known as A on a G string, but as I said, Bach certainly did not intend for that to happen. Alright, let's get started. You know the tabs at the bottom of the screen, the 6 lines that represents each string on the guitar, the top line being the first string, and therefore the numbers placed on the line would indicate which fret you need to be pressing on that particular string. For those of you who can read notation, that is there for you to read as well. I'll just be assisting you with the fingering. Left hand fingering in this piece is important, very important, and at times certainly the right hand fingering as well. If you want if you desire a smooth connection between notes and the various voices. So let's get started. Have a look in measure 1. We have to form the chord of C. All right, you can get the shape. In measure 2, we have the chord of A minor. In measure 3, the C1 on top means that you need to, actually you don't, yes, a bar in the first position for you to get the first finger on the F, and then you need to stretch your fingers to get your second finger on the 4th string and your 4th finger on the 1st. And then you need to shift, for count 3 you need to shift. You just slide your second finger across to the F sharp and have a half bar at 3. And then the C you can find on the 3rd string at the 5th fret. So the first part of bar 3 would be, actually I said half bar at 3, but perhaps it's better just to slide your full bar across. Alright, and then you need to jump back to the first position with the second finger. Bar 3 again. And then in bar 4, find those notes, and you see that we have a trill on the B, which means that you're going to play the B note, the 2nd string open, and then hammer your first finger down onto the C. So you're going to hammer down, pull off, hammer down, pull off, hammer down, pull off. Right, if you have a look at the last part of the bar 4, you will notice all of those demi-semi-quaver notes. Now it states at the bottom of it that play it at the repeat. So when you're doing it the first time that you are playing this piece, you will not play those notes, and I will discuss it later. So what you play on count 4 would just be the F. So therefore, bar 4 would be if I play it from bar 1 to 4, it becomes this. Oops. Once more. Measure 5. Find those notes, and now your fourth finger has to stay on the first string G for the whole bar. Alright, 1, and then follow the fingering. I think I should put a bar at 2. Just a half bar at fret 2. Once again. Alright, as I said, it's important in bar 5 that the fourth finger stays on the G note for the whole of that bar. Once more. In bar 6. It would be wise to follow that fingering on the third beat in bar 6 to jump and have your fourth finger play that D, and the third finger plays the C sharp, then it's ready for count 4. So measure bar 6 would be once more. Measure 7. So now your first finger's on the F, so might as well leave it there. Bar 7 again. Bar 8. Leave your fourth finger from bar 7 on the D, because it's needed in bar 8 as well. So we stretch up to find the notes. Once more, bar 8. Right, I'll play from bar 5 to 8. Once more, 5 to 8. Oops. We're now at bar 9. Back to the C chord. Bar 10. You just use your second finger for that F sharp. Then just slide your first finger back to the C. So bar 10 sounds like this. Bar 11. You will notice that the B, in previous measures, the B is flat. All right, particularly in bar 6. But now, right now, in measure 11, the B is natural, and so that's why I'm finding the B on the third string at the 4th fret. Once again, measure 11. And measure 12, which is the first bracket. I think it's important to use those fingers. So your third finger stays on the G on the 6th string. So it stays there for the whole bar. So therefore you need to use fingers 4 and fingers 2 only. Right, I'll play from bar 9 through to 12. Once more. And as you might know, the 2 dots at the end of bar 12, that indicates that you need to go back and repeat that section that you just played. All right, we're going to go back and do it that section again, or rather, when it's repeated for the second time, when you get to measure 4, let us speak about that one now, because then at measure 4, we then need to play those demi-semi-quaver notes. All right. And that will require a bit of practicing on your part. Okay, so I'll do it very, very slowly. I'm now speaking about measure 4, the repeat. All right, so what we're going to add now is after the F. Right. You will notice that that above the notes I've placed the P, I, M, A, M, I, M, A. I think it's important that you use the fingering. I know that some people would prefer to use just 2 fingers when they're playing fast notes, but in this case, it is necessary for you to learn a pattern of fingering for the right hand, which is this. You're going to practice to play a sequence of fingering, which is I, M, A, M, I, M, A, M. So which means that when you have a fast passage to play, if it's been played with 3 fingers, or in this case actually the sequence is 4 fingers, you then have to play fewer notes for each finger. Alright, so what you need to do is just to prepare your right hand, if you have problems using your fingers in that way, just find any note. I'm going to play the A note on the first string, and I'm going to play the sequence. I am, A, M, I am, A, M, I am. So just get your right hand used to doing that. Once you feel that your right hand is familiar with the pattern, try playing 2 notes with the same pattern. So I'm still keeping that same pattern. I am, A, M, I am, A, M. Alright, and then you can try 3 notes. So I'll be playing A sharp, and B. And still try to maintain that same right hand pattern. I am, A, M, I am, A, M, I am. Once you're comfortable doing that, then try 4 notes. Alright, so then it becomes still to maintain that same I am, A, M pattern. Once you can do that, then you will try doing it across all of the strings. So what the right hand therefore is doing is, it doesn't matter whether you're playing 1 note, 2 notes, 3 notes, you are still maintaining the same right hand pattern, I, M, A, M. Right, now if you have a look at the demi-semi-quavers that we have to play in bar 4, there we need to start with the thumb on the F on the 6th string, and then we're going to follow that sequence, I, M, A, P, I, M, A, M, I, M, A, which becomes and of course when you're practicing that drum, I think it's important to rather finish it at the first count of bar 5. So it becomes this. But always practice it very, very slowly. And eventually you can then do it much, much faster to then fit in with the piece itself. Alright, some of you might opt to not do that, in which case you can repeat the piece and just exclude the demi-semi-quavers. But it's up to you, challenge yourself. After the second repeat, we then move to measure bracket 2, which is measure bar 13. And those notes are simple, it therefore just becomes measure 14, find those notes. Alright, I think it's important here also at bar 14 to also use the fingering that I've indicated there, which is A, M, A, M, I, M, I, A, M, I, M, I. It becomes a lot easier for your right hand. Also, right hand fingers are going to be tripping over each other. Once more. Measure 15. Use that fingering. Once more. Measure 16. Here you need a bar up to the 4th string at the 2nd fret. Alright, so to find the notes, the 3rd finger is on the C sharp, 4th finger on the A, and your bar will obviously be playing the E and the A. And then you need to lift the bar to get that G note. Here, you need to also notice that your 4th finger needs to stay on the A because it's a tied note. And then the last beat of bar 16, you need to jump. So then bar 16 is this. Once more. Alright, I'll play from bar 13 to 16. Once more. Once more for good measure. At measure 17, that is a D minor chord, so find the notes, and it's preferable to find it with your 4th finger on the D and not your 3rd finger, alright? So that becomes measure 18. Oops, let's do it again. Measure 19, you need to stretch and use your 4th finger for the G. Now your 2nd finger is on the A. Just slide it back to the G sharp. and slide it back to A. Why? Because you need to get your fourth finger back to the G sharp again. So measure 19 becomes once more. Measure 20, we need a bar to the fourth string at 2, the second fret. And that C note we're going to find with your fourth finger, you're going to find it on the third string at measure 5, at fret 5. Lift your bar. Once more. And there you can also have a half bar for the last beat on measure 20, bar 20. Just a half bar at 1. Alright, so then measure 20 or bar 20 therefore is this. Right, let's play it from 17 through to 20. Once more. We're at measure 21. That curved line, as we mentioned before, the curved line, those are tied notes. It means that those notes need to be sustained and kept sounding for the next note's value as well. So your second finger's on the A, so keep it on the A. Measure 22, get the fingering. Now there you'll notice that the C as well is tied, so keep your finger on the C. And now we're going to jump to the fifth position to find the D and the C on the third string. And why we're playing it here is because the next notes we need to find is also at the fifth position. Alright, so it becomes, so 22 is. And then 23, just drop your fingers down to the first and second strings to get to find the notes, the A and the F sharp. Notice that your third finger is on the F sharp on the second string. After you've played, just slide your third finger along the second string to then get your next notes. So bar 23 is this. third finger stays on the D note for bar 24. Then your second finger stays on the B and it slides to the C. And there you're going to hammer down. Alright, so bar 24 is once again. Right, 21 to 24 sounds like this. Last time. Measure 25. Once more. Once again we have a B flat that is found on at the third fret of the third string. Alright, so it becomes use the fourth finger for that B flat and then you swap fingers. B natural. Now your second finger stays on the A. So once more. Fourth finger stays on the D for bar 27. Your first finger slides across for the F sharp and your second finger remains. Alright, so from there, right, at 27, and now you need to jump with your third finger to F sharp. Use your fourth finger for the C sharp and slide it back to the D. So bar 22 once again is oops. Now you slide your third finger from the G for 28, from the G to the G sharp, and just use your second finger to get the D. So from this, from 27, alright, at 28, using fingers 2 and 1, third finger slides to the E on the second string. Oops. fourth finger is going to find the F on the second string. So once again, for the 28 becomes this. Oops, again. Right, I'll play 25 to 28 a couple of times. Once more. At 29, find the notes. Tired notes again. One. So 31. Now it's important at 32 to use your fourth finger on that F and the third finger on the G. Why? Because we're going to jump to a bar, full bar at 5. Find the notes there. Oops. Alright, your fourth finger's on the second string, and you need to find the G and the C on the fourth and the third string, with your second finger finding the B flat on the first string. So therefore measure 32 is right. I'll play 29 to 32. Last time. At measure 33, we're going to still keep the bar at 5 as we work 32, and all we have to do therefore is find the notes there. It's the first string A, C on the third string, and then the fourth string needs to reach out to the fifth string. So if you recall 32, you had done this, and then 33, .34, .35, leave your first finger on the F, so 35, the start of 35. Now it's important to jump, use your third finger, drop it to the F, last time, 36. Use that fingering as well. I am I. I am I. And we have a trill once again. And because we're ending the piece, we're going to slow it down. End in the chord C. Alright, I'll play 33 through to 37 once again. Last time. Alright, I hope that you enjoy practicing Bach's A on a G string. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and like as well. And if you're kind enough, I would certainly appreciate a donation as well. If you wish to have a copy of the PDF, please send me an email, and I will gladly email it off to you. Have fun practicing. Bye for now.